Good morning. Now, let me just check what's going on here. Just with sending out all the data. My preview is frozen. I don't know if that means that I'm lagging while sending out. Let's just assume it's working. Let's see, there's a warning about my bitrate being low. Oh well, see how it goes. Nothing I can do, I set up as normal. Alright, just before I start, let me just double check. Oh yeah, tell me how my microphone volume is, too. Hey, cool. People in the chat. Good, I'm definitely live. Alright, let's get into it. Because I don't want to spend... I mean, after having just done a Guild Wars stream last month, so I don't want to spend too long on this one. Especially after the last one being the 150 took ages. But, yeah, nm95 should go a bit quicker. My full autos have been pretty fast, but I'm just a Magna Grid, so there's nothing too impressive with it. But yeah, so let's jump in, starting off with Berserker. When I was setting up the teams for this tournament, I was reminded that Light is a bit of a weird one. Where, actually I shouldn't start a sword right when I have to start chucking down skills. That's a bit of a mistake. She resets that with Ogi, so I can just check that out. Oh, I should have... There's no buff, so it doesn't matter. But Danua should have buff some people first. Fine, cool. Yeah, problem with setting up these teams for Light. Light, sort of like Wind, has a lot of bad characters. You know, part of the problem is Light always gets the collab characters, so they're always a bit weaker, but a lot of the old Light characters are really weak. There's at least some new good ones, but yeah, some of these teams are a little underwhelming. Especially teams like Light Healers are some of the most boring characters. Oh yes, so my Twain is still level 140. My fifth is 140 as well. None of them are at the 150 mark. Oh geez, the looks like there's a lot of delay on the stream from the preview. I guess let's do that. I'm not sure how fast some of these teams are gonna, you know, run into 50%, although we're getting there pretty quick for this one. Not enough farm wall stays. Yeah, I think for the Mana Diver team and, you know, teams that use the staff, I'm using the Arcarum staff. At least it has a good Ogi effect. Ooh. Ah, that's a problem. So I need to dispel that, but I also want to chuck down my Hollow Mole summon for, you know, Mist. I mean, when I was running a little bit this morning, out, I saw that defense, the shields skill come up and thought, okay, that'll be fine. You know, Light has plenty of dispel summons, but didn't realize the double up on a need for a summon after 50%. But this boss is pretty easy so far. I mean, part of the thing is... Oh, okay, there's an issue. Alright. Okay, that shadow is going to be a real issue. I do have clear on some teams. But yeah, up till 25%, that was going pretty well. Oh yeah, I'm main-handing the Luo axe. Yeah, it's an axe. The stats of the weapon aren't great, but the Ogi gives echo to everyone, so I wanted to try that out. Okay, so... This won't be the right one. That's the right one. Okay, 346, good start. Actually, that was a pretty solid team to start off with. We're capping damage pretty well. Okay, so for a 20-team setup, we have 3 in the first round. So this one, so Mana Diver. Yeah, I only noticed that with the Granblues showing off his design. Hello, Veeb. Who am I chucking this on? Maybe you. Now, after her rebalance, I'm not sure if I want to... Okay, we'll get that out. And Echo, I think. Could save the Echo for the Assassin turn. So if I can get the bounty to 6, Mary will give Echo on her triple attack skill. But I'm not sure if I want to wait for that. Oops. I'm guessing that's my phone telling me that I'm live. Oh no, it's Veebs. Messaging her Discord. But yeah, Twitch for some reason will notify you that you're live, like, half an hour after you start streaming. Don't even see why it needs to notify me. Alright, let's get a little buff going. So I'm pretty sure that after Mary Ogi, the boss should be at 6 bounty. Luax does help since Zerka instant charge in multiple ways. Yeah, except I was using a what's it called, Alfheim skill that robs you of that what do you call it? Robs you of the instant charge. Oh, missed one. That's right, I might be able to make it a closer. Okay. Do that, do that. We get okay, that was a kind of a mistake. We're using the assassin turn without any debuffs. Yeah, it's Guild Wars Veeb. Yeah, that was a mistake. I guess I'm just going to use this now, because my next turn, John should be ready to Ogi, and then after that she'll have her own triple attack skill. Alright, see you, Veebs. And there's the shadowed skill. I'm not really sure how to avoid that shadowed skill besides just having Veil. 100% cut'll work, but I won't get Alex up in time. Yeah, I think I've just got to deal with it with the herbs, or be lucky enough to run a clear skill. Alright. Grab my book. Alright, and the time for that is 3:40. I didn't expect that to be faster. But there you go. Mana Dive is just strong enough. Okay, so the black sheep of this little round here. Elysian. However, I do have the new mastery skill for Elysian, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I was using Mantis for full autoing before. I think I go in that order. None of Conan's skills matter, but I'll make sure to avoid the first one. Actually, let me just do Naru's after the crest skill, or summon. Yeah, my preview's so far behind, it's only just finishing the previous one now. That's like 2 minutes behind or something. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Cheers for that. Definitely not intentional. I always forget to turn it off for some reason. Alright, this team's definitely going slower. So what I need to do is get a few triple attacks out so that that new Elysian skill will shoot off. You know, I just realized an issue. He's putting curse dance. Oh no, that's not zombied. That's just stopping all healing. If it was zombie, that would be an issue with Luo. Man, this team's moving so slow. Alright, 6 million, not bad. You need a good team that could triple attack regularly, but 6 million damage at the end of the turn, that's better than, you know, most other classes like, what do you call it, Monk and stuff like that. Really, Monk is every turn, that's not going to be every turn, even if you have a full triple attack team. I'm also not running any, well, I guess the is it called the Astral weapon? The, X weapon boosts skill damage, or skill cap, but I don't have a proper skill grid. So that could be better. Gonna have to chuck a heal on Naru.
どんな難事件だって解いてみせる。わあ、ありがとう。知りなさい。ふっ、そこそこ。アラドバル。いけー。 休暇を邪魔しないでいただこう。つらっそこくらえ。好きやり。作詞ね。わあ、ありがとう。感謝する。
Managed to forego a little bit of the, well, was that the 25 trigger? Because I went past 25 before and it didn't go off. But I got shadowed that turn. Oh, hang on. Maybe I am missing a component of the skill. What does Miasma do? Is it when Miasma gets to max it does Shadowed, or is Shadowed coming from a Ogi? I'm pretty sure on the Nightmare 90 it was from an Ogi. Let's just check that. Because I swear that Shadowed came after the 25... Well, it wasn't after the 25 trigger, but it was after we crossed 25. The wiki has no details on Nightmare 95 yet. The way Miasma worked on the 90, it didn't lead to that. Also, 530 for this one. So, Mana Diver wins. Kind of a shame, I liked the first team. But, oh well. Oh, hang on, let's not scroll down too far. Alright, Nekomancer. So, I don't feel like Nekomancer got a proper turn last tournament, and I want to really try out that Matatabi skill. So, actually, let me just look up these characters. Okay, I can't even remember what this guy's name is. Zuya. Okay, he does get Echo from his first skill, but you gotta build it up. Gravity, hit to attack and defense. Charge attack to standby for all allies, but needs peak radiance. Oh, that's right, he moves... When he comes from the backline, he immediately has radiance. Hate skills that, are vague like that. Hang on, let me just look it up on the wiki. How do you actually build his stacks? You build it by... The wiki still doesn't say. Okay, here we go. Okay, he gains a point of radiance by doing normal attacks. Alright, that's easy. Alright, any of them will raise it. Okay, so Summer Delafil. Also, where was regular Delafil? Oh, she's down a little bit. I knew those two were near each other on the list. I just thought, regular one was first. Okay, her skills are still pretty basic. and John's are still basic, but useful basic. You know, debuff, buff, buff. Alright. So I've got clear on this one. Okay, so that was charged under, that's a debuff. This one I've got to wait for. This one I probably should wait for.
私たちを阻むなら容赦はだらけながらも油断せず難しいやどこを見てますの
僕が守ります。
調子乗んじゃねえぞこらはやご覧遊ばせ
助かったぜ。はい、よろずや銀ちゃんです。ドラドラドラドラドラ
Alright, looks like damage is going to be
助かったぜ。
a little low on this team. Actually, can I cancel that? No, I can't. The lag's taken it. I should save that for 50%, because this one is a big hit, Ogi, but the 50% one is multi-hit. So backline guys and Borga can deal with this one, but not the 50%.
どりゃーセブンスピ
糖分が足りねえ。雨くらえ
やはごらんご心配には及びませんわ
Fortunately, Gintama doesn't have proper stacks. It's just a icon that's changing. No, I guess it's changing the icon, but it's save that for under 50%. Yeah, it's like slowly getting brighter. I'm not sure which one is actually the brightest.
はおだまご覧遊ばせさあここからですわ
I guess let's just see if that will work.
調子乗んじゃねえぞこら
Nope.
邪魔をするなだらけながらも油断せず難しい塩梅だ
雨
ややご覧遊ばせありがとうご
ようやく出番だ。
どこを見てますの私たちを阻むなら容赦はぐ
よろずや銀ちゃんのお通りだ。
どりゃーセブンスピンさあここからですわ
Okay, hopefully that's
僕が
enough.
守ります。てら
Good.
それでも銀玉ついてんのか。必殺技なんてねえんだよ。
どりゃ
I reckon when I go to the actual
ーセブンスピン
damage recap at the end, it'll all be on Nico. I don't think anyone on this team is excelling.
と 糖分が足りねえ。
ありがとうございますですわ。
Oh, cool.
俺のこの剣、
So Shadowed
こい
is
つが届く範囲は助かったぜ。
it's buried. You can't even clear it with a clear skill.
ありがとうございますですわ。
雨。
やーは
Yeah, I guess anyone who has clear, I might as well just change that now. They're not going to do anything with it.
早く終わらせて息抜き。はあ、お黙りなさい。
はい、よろずや銀ちゃんです。ドラドラドラドラドラ。
はあ、はあ、お黙ご覧になりまして。
Alright, they're out of
平
here.
穏を阻む者は倒れた。
Lagging a bit. Lagging in the, what do you call them, character profiles. Alright, 528. And yeah, it was all Nico. That's 2 Guild Wars in a row that Nico hasn't had a good chance to shine. But I mean, that damage is fine. It just needs a good team to go with it. Oops, wrong one. Okay. So, Glory with... Let me just pull up. I know how Clarice works. Arula May, let me refresh my memory on her. Also, I'm actually going to refresh my memory on Mugen. I know how his skills work, but I just want to double check. They pretty much all cut HP. Actually, the first one doesn't. It's a question of which skills should I be using. Because if I cut all his HP, he's just going to die. I probably don't need the third one. Oh no, I do need the third one. Alright, cool. I guess we'll just use them all. Hopefully he doesn't die. Arula Maya. Oh cool, she has Veil. Oh yeah, that's right. And I'm using the new Glorybringer skill. Which, unfortunately, we don't have that many... sword and katana characters in this team, but we'll make do. Ah, I'll save that, actually. Substitute for a selected ally. Actually, I don't want that.
恐れる必要はない。私がそばにいる。うちがついてるよ。
お手伝いする。
Yeah, it doesn't seem that great. Admittedly, I don't have a, you know, full sword and katana team, but it didn't do that much damage.
結末が見えたよ。
ドラドラドラドラドラ。
作戦の時は今。ほらほらほら。君の旅路はここで終わりは。加減なんてできないからね。
Let's see if I can translate that message to English. Doesn't look like it. Hang on. No, it won't do it. Let me try over on YouTube. Probably can do it here. Ah, good morning. Oh yeah, of course. Hey, gozaimasu. Oops. Oh. Never mind, I see what happened there. Actually, I didn't trigger the 50%. Good damage for no debuffs, actually. Alright, I can get rid of it with that. Then chuck this out. Get my veil back up. Cool.
私がそばにい
Don't
る
know that many teams that would work with that. Maybe in fire, since Percy and Michael are both sword.
セレネ・カノノス私がそばにいる
Thankfully, this team's up against a pathetic time, because they need an asterisk against their time for all the lag that happened.
Yeah! Eh?
セレネ・カノノス
Ooh, is that going to be enough? Probably not. I don't think we have any counter damage. Oh yeah, we do.
Bye, bye.
Good job,
日
Yugi.
々の努力の賜物だな
Alright, 345. That's not too bad, actually. Okay, cool. So, Glory moves up. And if they get less lag next time, that could be my best time coming up. Alright, Viking time. Let me just check Delafil. I know how the other two work. Shield, she does debuff. Ooh. I should probably save that for 50%, because I'm pretty sure I can handle all debuffs on Viking. And that's a heal for everyone with Charge Bar Boost. Alright, let's get into it. Oh, damn. I've got the Clarity skill. I can get rid of that now.
奇跡の輝きにひれ伏しなさい行くよまーちゃんこれでどう解放します
Oh,
諦
wait.
めてはなり
Never
ません
mind, too late.
はあ目障りです
I should have saved the Ogi and the triple attack and spread them onto different turns.
イリアスジャッジメント目障りですイリアスジャッジメント目障りですこんなさあこれでいかんこれで
Damn, son. 73% on turn 1.
私の助けが必要ですの殲滅いたします
ドラドラドラドラドラ
はったエターナルペインセブンスディスパージョンご覚悟イリアスジャッジメント目障りですこのさあこれでそれ無礼ですわ私の助けが必要ですのこのさあいかんそれ戯れはここまでにいたしましょうこいつを試してみようかやエターナルペインセブンスディスパージョンご覚悟
Alright, here we go, the shadowed turn, which I can't deal with.
イリアスジャッジメント目障りです。さあこれでいかが。
Yeah, it's definitely the 25%
そう
trigger.
ですね。
I don't know what I did the other
ありがとうございます。
run where it came after that.
ありがとう。ダメかと思いましたわ。目障りです。やっはどうだ。やったわね。さあ海が待ってるよ。
あらららららららい。
Ooh, 318. So the full order that I was trying out before this, admittedly this was during strike time, but that was, what do you call it, it was around 2 minutes 30 or so. So under 3 minutes is definitely possible. Vera actually kept up with my damage there. Also, I can't wait for the update where we can choose our own strike time. I might actually be able to move this forward an hour then. Although, having strike time at the start is kind of useful because I get to familiarise myself with the fight before starting this. You know, work out what the triggers do and stuff like that. Hang on, just loading up. Just having a look at what Feather does. Let me also briefly look at you. I'm pretty sure the way she works is you don't want to use her stacks. Okay, start with 6 stacks. Which one? Okay, this uses stacks for a kind of piddly little assassin turn. I think it's better off just spamming that one. Yeah, as for Feather, first skill gives him 50% echo, instantly perform a normal attack, and gain instant charge. Oh wait, requires 5 stacks, and he gets the stacks with a triple attack, or a charge attack. Alright, fair enough. Easy enough. And this is Eantromantis. So we should have Veil to help us? Actually, the problem with that is I really need that Veil at the end. Yeah, 5 million on that skill. That's good.
さあ反撃ですよ。私たちが防ぎましょう。
本気で来い。響くせいせいせい。空だ空だ。
空の舞極東。
ほろ
Oh,
ほ
so
ろ。
Feather's Echo doesn't even last a whole turn.
この拳にかける。レイジングブラストナックル。
光よ。ふう。それ。
いけ団
砕くせい砕く。ドラドラドラドラドラ。響け。
長。くらた。おら。
エタニティデザイア。
この拳にかける。レイジングブラストナックル。
空の舞極東。
光よ。
耐えてみせる。みなぎってきたぜ。本気で来い。
Fortunately, that's without the debuffs, but I'll reset his skills with the third one.
滅びよ
耐えてみせる。
ここまでです。
Oh, never mind, I'll reset him next turn because he's ready to Ogi.
レイジングブラストナックル。
くらくら
滅びよ
お楽しみはこれからだぜ。
響き砕く。魂が震える。
燃やし尽くす。
本気で来い。
Probably should have saved that for next turn, but oh well. We're actually close to finishing it. Oh wait,
レイジングブラストナックル。
does that make him do his skills
空
twice?
の舞黒糖。
エタニティデザイア
My mistake.
まだまだやれる。みなぎってきたぜ。
ありがとな。助かった。
ふうそれでは
Don't know if we can do 6% in one turn, but we'll try.
くらほらさあ
Again.
終わりましたよハニーさあ
I feel like my leg's getting worse. Alright, while that loads. Cool, 354. Alright. This team has Kambira, who's good. Robomi, I always have trouble with her because she needs 3 power cells to Ogi. She gains 2 power cells every time she gets a buff, starts with 5. Let's try and conserve her power cells. We can use her first skill and her... No, just the first. Alright. Hopefully these idols buff. They do. Cool. Alright. What does that one do? That one's good. Please? Oh wait, are they linked skills? They are. Okay, I should probably wait to get them off then. Sorry, wait to actually get Robomi started before using them. Get rid of this clarity. Actually, it might be better if I just run Dispel. Then I can get Hull and Mull out straight after 50%.
私は私を貫き通す。まだまだ。もう恐れたりしない。私たちの絆を。そう、見えた。うちの。
That's right, these Cinderella idols are like Soldier, where they debuff after every attack, so they take forever. Need to try and get Robomi to Ogi as soon as possible.
みんなを守るために。え、任せて。ハイパーソニックスマッシャー、雲外蒼天。まだまだと。スポットライト準備よーし。今がチャンスです。超赤力ストーム。
Very close to hitting 50% there.
ミラクルレボリューション。倒す、うちの倒す。そこ。
Oh, jeez.
これで
How are we so low
私も行
already?
くよ。今がチャンスです。イノカミに砕けぬものなし。と見えた。ハイパーソニックスマッシャー、雲外蒼天。まだまだ。青の剣よ、私に力を。攻撃開始。よし、もう一度行くよ。ミラクルレボリューション。撃破す。ひゃーひゃー。私も行くよ。よし、もう一度行く。修復完了。ありがとう。反撃開始だね。まだまだ。私は私を貫き通す。と任せ。そこ。撃破。ひゃーひゃーはってそこだ。螺旋型アンチ赤力フィールド。さすが団長だね。て私は
Oh,
警戒
Mira's
に当
gonna
た
be
ります。
wasted here. No way that
パ
team
ワ
did
ー
well.
アップです。
Let's have a look. If it'll load. 417, damn. Alright, so, sorry, what were the times? Yeah, it was definitely Viking at the lead. Okay, on to the next one, which is Monk. Okay, so... Damn phone. Let me just check Uni. So I can just keep spamming her first skill, but is there anything that I'm working toward here? End cooldown for other light ally skills on second one. We don't need to cancel omens. This one is pretty good. I don't know if we're going to hit 10 wishes though. So resetting cooldown might be best. Okay, Sunderstruck. He does have... Ooh, debuff immunity. Sweet. Okay, we've got a Veil here. Alright, seems pretty simple. And so far I haven't been paying attention to if the auto attacks are all enemies. For the boss, that is. But hopefully you can kill Rakan easy. hang on. I'm pretty sure this heals, so let's do that, then cut Rakan's HP.
少しだけ
今が攻め時せい
Oh, damn. Why is Arthur healing people?
くそ
Doesn't matter. But still.
少しだけ
星の数だけ見舞う余さず見極めん
力をためてケニヒッシュベルト
邪魔だ
少しだけ
Let's use that here.
守るために戦う
Why not?
そりゃせそこ
インノートムユニバース少しだけ
ハルマステールフィスト
少しだけ
今が攻め時せいそこせせ
どう
I feel like this team should have more damage than this.
俺に力を貸してくれ
少しだけ
I mean, Yumi doesn't do any skill damage, but she's only doing one skill per turn, and it's boosting charge bar too. So she should be, you know, good DPS. Geisenborger has a chance to quadruple strike, so he should be good.
少しだけ
Let's see, I can dispel here, and then get that out.
.力をためてケニヒッシュベルト
インノートムユニバース少しだけ
ハルマステールフィスト
Actually, we've made it to 8 stacks of her skill. I could have done a 7th stack that last turn. But I might as well go for 10 now.
今の俺ならこの程度
少しだけ
今が攻め時せい
星の数だけ見舞う
Take that summon just for the light attack buff.
どう
ゴーゴーせゴー
なんでもうへこたれないぞ
礼は言わんぞ
少しだけ
そこせ
Not enough time to get the 10 back skill off now.
貴様の星に祈るがいい
見ててコスモス
せせ
終わり
Doesn't look like it boosted the damage enough anyway. Probably wasn't worth going for with this team. Okay, let's check out the time. 445. Oops. Okay, now for Masquerade. Alright, let's check this out. So, Sophia, I'm pretty sure is going to be useless. She doesn't do anything but heal, revive. She can clear, but we've found out that clearing doesn't matter in this fight. As for this guy, again, kind of useless. He's all defensive. This one at least does damage. I guess we can save that for 50%. Okay, how does his bulwark work now? It just makes him take all attacks. It used to make him not attack when he had bulwark up, but that's been changed ages ago. So, raise divine level by 1 when targeted by a foe while bulwark is in effect. Eventually amplifies normal attacks, so alright, we'll use that. Okay, so for this team, we do have a permanent debuff from Noah, but we don't have proper debuffs, so I've had to run 2 debuff skills, which means I can't run the usual Masquerade combos and stuff. So we're just going with the field effect, because it gives some echo. Oh yeah, I have an invulnerable skill.
この程度苦境にもなりません
I've also got no good target for Noah to give his
日
Ogi
々の
thing
成
to.
果を見せるのです
I mean, I can give it to myself, but the whole point of Masquerade is you kind of want a normal attack rather than Ogiing.
どうだいや
かくかく
So yeah, none of these other characters have good Ogis.
すべては正義のためにドラドラドラドラドラ
いやいやはん
かく
This is going to be another long one. Actually, I think that's been a pattern with
さ
my
て
past
頑張ろう
tournament
かな
runs that I've done. For some reason, whenever it comes to light, they always go really long with a lot of the
正義の盾
teams.
はいかな
Goes
る
back
悪
to what I
魔
was saying, where
通しま
there's
せ
just a
ん
lot of bad characters in
セ
light.
イクリッドグローブ
ヘブンズ・リトリビューション
With every run of it, every time we come around to another light guild wars, we're getting more light characters added that are a little stronger.
あなたのその人たち私には届きません
頑張ってください。
どうだどうだはん
それそれは
悪しきは成敗いたします
はんはん
Oh, I need to
ヘブンズ・リ
reapply his
トリビュ
bulwark.
ーション
So I'll just sit up.
レーベンシュトラ
Oh yeah, we're going slow because Sophia doesn't even do Ogi damage.
終わらせようか
この程度苦境にもなりません
Sure, yeah, do that.
逃げられないよ
I can't tell if
あ
we're
なた
actually
の
gonna
その
hit
人たち私には届きま
this
せん
thing. We'll
おと
try.
なしくしてくれるかなセイクリッドグローブ
Actually, I should have saved the his invuln skill for 25%.
程度無念
But
じゃあ頑張ってください。
definitely should have saved it because I shouldn't have killed him.
ありがとうございます
どうだいやどうだい
ヘブンズ・リトリビューション
レーベンシュトラ
Restream. And Monk made it through there. Looking over at Restream, and I'm noticing that it says my uptime now is about 17 seconds. In other words, it looks like it's gone down and come back up. Okay, we're live on Twitch. Twitch would just keep going anyway. The question is, for YouTube, it would start and stop. Let's have a look at that. Oh no, YouTube's still good. I don't know why Restream's saying that it's stopped the stream and started a new one. Okay, moving on, because we're into the lower half of the list now. Apsaris. The maid's always confusing, no matter what, because they switch skills. So, I need to... What do we start with? I think we start with Dorothy. Okay, so Dorothy... I think we do this skill with Dorothy, and then... We don't really need gravity, but sure, I can do gravity there. Greya is easy, you just chuck all her skills up at all time. They come off really quickly. Pecorin, I'm pretty sure none of her skills matter, so it doesn't really matter when I use them. And I am using the new Apsaris skill, but I'm pretty sure that skill came last Guild Wars. Oh damn! I've got the clear skill.
ご奉仕ご奉仕。クラウディア。参ります。教育して差し上げます。これが竜の力だよ。背中は任せて。一緒なら超えられる。負けませんよ。
This Greya is perfect if you have Danua, by the way, because she has 3 skills with a 3-turn cooldown for all of them, so she's essentially giving a skill every turn. So with her, even in full auto, you can keep Danua's double strike skill up permanently, which I was playing around with setting up a full auto team, but I don't think it's quite. I don't think it's going to be as efficient as some other setups. I mean, well, number one being Ferry's... Oh god, damn lag. Number one being Ferry's setup, but unfortunately I noticed, you know, testing it out yesterday, Ferry doesn't work in full auto still. She has enough... Her passive and her skill can get everyone to 100% charge by turn 1, but her skill's a red skill, so it goes after the triple attack echo skill, or buff. So yeah, you can use her in full auto, but you've got to press her first skill first. Which isn't the best. You know what, may as well use the clear here.
助かったよ。おかくおかくおかく倒れはっ甘いてんてんてんこれが竜の力だよ。背中は任せて。一緒なら
Oh yeah, with Pecorin on this team, rip to the English version of Princess Connect. Damn Crunchyroll. Although, I haven't heard much since then, but apparently Cygames is setting up an English division now. So maybe they'll revive Princess Connect.
いかがですか？ドラーゲンプライド。それ。やっつけちゃいますよ。負けませんよ。 あとは
There you go. I
任せる
think that ordering should work.
ご奉仕ご奉仕お務めさせていただきます。チェックメイド。はっ甘いはっプリンセスストライク。これが竜の力だよ。背
Great
中は
having
任
those
せて。
buffs up all the time. Useful for
一緒なら
Danua.
超えられる。
Probably gonna slow her down for this tournament. Okay. Hey, Junpei.
燃えて燃えドラーゲンプライド。でフラフラのペコペコです。ありがとうございます。助かったよ。助かりました。クリムフライム。
That 25% trigger is really annoying. It should be that teams with Veil do better, but I don't think that's the case. I mean, the team with where was it? Oh no, the team with Arthur did move through. Can't remember where Urilamaya is. I'll have to scroll up, but yeah. But yeah, they should do better just for not having to deal with dispelling everyone on the team.
私にできることを。お見事です。動いた後のご飯は最高ですね。
Alright, another team down. And the time is 5:15. Not the best. Still not the worst time. Alright, Chaos Ruler. So this one does have a new skill. Ooh, we've also got Fairy on the team. I actually know how this team works. Rosamir and SR Kambira are simple, and I've looked at Fairy recently. Now, I tested it out, and it looks like I actually do have enough debuffs somehow. I think I can just use that one. Tuck that down. Okay, then we should be able to do this. Yeah, so I need 12 debuffs in order to have the end of turn damage. We do not have 12 debuffs. You can count them. I think it's 8 or something. But for some reason the game counts it as 12. Oh wait, no, it won't count it this turn. Yeah, there, it didn't count it. But if I use the whole mole summon, then it will count it. Forgot that I tested it that way. So now it'll count it as 12, and I think it's because... There, it went off. I think it's because, like, summon debuffs are on a different, layer, I think it's called. They're on a different layer to normal debuffs, so even though it's the same debuff that's overwriting, it counts as a separate one. So yeah, even without 12 debuffs, we actually have 12 debuffs for this. Which is a shame, because once we hit 50%, we're going to lose them. Okay, so that is how it works. Good. Hey, SS, by the way. I never thought that it worked that way for, you know, like the way the game counted internally. So does that mean that, you know, for something like Lucy's 10 debuff labor, you can actually break it with multiple summon debuffs? Or overlapping summon debuffs, I mean. Actually, I'll save that for a little bit. Oh, Granblue letting us down. Actually, you know what? We're close enough, I might as well just go for it. Screw trying to set up one turn of ferries thing. Bet you'd win faster if one of the characters knew how to play Freebird. Wait, Freebird on guitar? You know what? Ferry probably does know how to play it. She's got that character song that's in a band. I think she has a guitar. You know what? 355. Not a bad time. I haven't actually seen any characters like really excelling yet. Usually you play through and you realize, oh, this character, I need to put them on my full auto team later. Haven't seen anyone like that so far. Ah, damn. Okay, this team. Okay, let's start with Serial first. Okay, he has Bale. Good. I might actually save that for 25% rather than chucking it out first up. Everything else is basic. He actually has some miss. Oh, no, it's not missed, it's just attack down. Okay, Farah and Jury. They have link skills. That's simple enough. I can just chuck the first one out. I don't even really need that third skill, so they're simple enough. Okay, Florence is pretty useless without her team. If I can get her to 5 crests, then she can do this thing to end the cooldown for someone else, but I don't think I really need that. Oh wait, no, I can do that because I'm Relic Buster. Hang on, what is her first skill again? I skipped over that. I don't know if I want to use that one. Maybe near the end. Okay, well, let's go. Yeah, just click on the debuffs up top, and that's the actual list. I don't know if they actually showed multiple defense down on top. From memory, I don't think they do. I think it's the same kind of list that it displays at the top. Hang on, let me... Actually, I'll wait till 50% when I chuck... whatchamacallits down.
俺たちは諦めん逃がさん我五国の剣とならん
Wait, he ignores Veil?
怖いのはお好きですか?
Here I've been hoping that I can actually use it. I do not like bosses that ignore core mechanics. Cygames has done it a few times. Mostly with their proud plus fights.
動け捨てたはっ
それはっ
逃げ場はありませんよ
決めるっすよ
This team's not... Sorry, if this team's
俺た
not
ちは諦めん
ogieing, feels like we're going pretty slow. Actually, the Ogies aren't even that special.
それ
ゴームグラスよ我に力を総破人レッドブランチサイクル
Okay, that Ogie's pretty good.
薬効遊戯人
Well, she's at 5 crests. It's at least something.
邪魔だくらえ
はっ
逃げ場はありませんよ
さてどんないたずらをしましょうか
Let's wait a turn for it.
逃がさん我五国の剣とならん敵を恐れず進みなさい
Alright, next turn I'll
俺
check
たちは諦めん
see if it does list debuff on the boss thing.
それ
I know debuffs that are...
これで決める
Oh wait, actually, I think that might actually... I was going to say the special debuffs, which are like one single debuff that has multiple parts to it. Oh, you're right. It does actually show a different... The hell? I swear I've never noticed that.
とっておきですよ思いっきり
I guess most of the time when I'm actually checking, oops, that actually... Just go with that, then I'll do it next time. I swear most of the time... sorry. Most of the time that I am checking the debuff on the boss are things like, you know, Lucy or something like that, where I'm waiting for a certain debuff or something like that. So those are probably not the type of fights where you get people chucking out, you know, multiple debuff summons. Well, a debuff summon like Hull and Ma, which is pretty standard. It's more the stacking debuffs, or actually Thor would count as that. I don't know how I've never seen that.
その目に焼き付けるがいい
素
That's
敵
not
な
going
笑
to do
顔です
anything for an Ogie. Like 25% is ineffective. But I may as well check it out.
レッドブランチサイクル
Oh,
薬効遊戯人
I was talking and I missed it, but we've gone past 25%, haven't we? Or are we just going to hit it now? Yeah, we went past 25%. The veil did stop the shadow.
この勝利アルスターの民のため
Okay, 439 on that one. So, we get to see the new Chaos skill again. And Furry again. Getting close to the bottom of the list now. Okay, Kengo, with Silver and a bunch of collab characters. I'm not sure if this will be good or bad. Silver will appreciate the Ogies, but that's kind of it. Okay, we're not switching to a sub-ally, but I'm pretty sure I can just chuck those first two out. Oh, that's right, this is a... Okay, hers are easy, they're a chain skill. Oh yeah, and this guy, he just does nothing anyway. His skills kinda cover a good range of stuff, but yeah. Alright, I give up. Junpei, what are you referencing? Trying to work it out. Actually, I'm gonna use my Crest Summon first. Ah, of course. There are a number of characters called Silver across, you know, all games and stuff. At least this Bayer knockoff has good skill damage. That was like 4 million all up.
さて、給料分は仕事をするか。まあ俺の負けでもいいんだが。熱いな。本気になるか。
Well, we're moving pretty quick for this team. I don't know why I'm getting tongue-tied this morning. Probably not enough water. Although we're moving too quick because now we have no debuffs. "これでどうだ?" ゼルクシュート!熱いな。本気になるか。無双油断した。助かったぜ。すまない。助かった。世話されるのは好きだ。ふっか混乱発祥客。よっよっ。よっ。ゼルクシュート。その程度か。悪いな。怒るなよ。 444. Alright, so up against these ones. So we've got someone Monica here. Someone new. Albert, I think I know how he works. Sarah. She's all about... okay, wait for 3 stacks on that third skill. But yeah, just all about using her second skill and building up those stacks. Okay, Monica. I can save this skill for 10 stacks. Actually, I don't need a substitute anyway, so yeah, I may as well. Unfortunately, don't have anyone helping her get to 10 stacks. Get rid of that clarity too. Vives would appreciate that joke. Shame she's not around. Although this Monica's spelled with a K, just to be special. Oh yeah, Albert can help her build Thunderstruck stacks. That actually works out. I was going to say the problem with this team would be trying to get her to 10 stacks to even use that assassin skill. But even then, I don't think it'll be... I don't know if I tested it or not when I got her, but I don't think that assassin skill's that great. I mean, even just simply... hang on a sec. Pretty sure I can use all these skills again. Well, I mean, it will reset it, but I'm pretty sure I can use them all without worry. Yeah, she doesn't have any echo or anything like that to benefit from the assassin. As far as I remember. Maybe she gives herself echo on Ogi. Same problem as before, I shouldn't have substituted before that, quickly. Shouldn't have substituted right before the 50% trigger. I don't think I'm ready to use... No, can't use that yet. I was looking for a buff on Monica, but I'm actually looking at the Thunderstruck debuff. Yeah, I gotta heal Sarah. Alright, she's good to do it next turn. Hey, cool. So Monica dodged, And Sarah's just immune to debuff, so we only have to clear 2.
感謝する。
That's almost as good as a Veil.
逃れられると思うな。
You know what? Give them a buff too.
皆さんのことを私が守ります。
レビンアナイアレーション。
Yeah, that assassin damage wasn't too bad. 1.8 million.
うなる。
邪魔だ。私だって戦えますから。相変わらず見事なものだ。
Problem is, I think that's still a bad time.
さて、次は温泉にでも。
I don't know how all of our 3-minute times are up at the top. And we've got all, like, 4 and 5-minute ones down here.
英気を養った分、仕事に精を出すとしよう。
Alright, 426. That's still faster than Kengo. Which is weird. Shouldn't have been. Alright, where am I? Cool. There's the bottom of the page. Hang on one sec. I haven't been updating my little writings here. Let me just go back up and double check this. I forgot to write down Monk. And I forgot to write down Viking. Just so I know who's gone into the next round. Okay. Soldier time. I know how both Hale and Mahira work. Let's just check out Bobobo. So I can just use this first one whenever. Same thing with the second one. He potentially has Veil on that skill. And I can't remember what's on that fourth one, but yeah, it looks like he can just use his skills whenever. Just to double check Hale. Hale or Haley, I don't know. Actually, it could be... Oh no, it wouldn't be Haley, because it's Japanese. More Hale. Okay, Mahira has the debuff that I need. Open fire.
聖夜のお邪魔ですよ。弱点見つけちゃいました。どうぞプレゼントです。
I'd like to know what those skills do.
開けてやるぜ。
I'm pretty sure the blue one is a dispel.
こっちから仕返しだ。
Yes. Alright.
弾けるの団長。俺はまだまだ弾け足りねえ。ヌッシールドバーババてめえ。くらおりゃ。
聖夜の安全のためお覚悟です。
ドラドラドラドラドラ。
A lot of lag on this one.
くらおりゃくら。
Or more just every character seems to be taking a little bit of time before doing their stuff.
見ててくださいね。
So who's soldier up against? Robin Hood and Lumberjack. Robin Hood should be easy. I don't know about Lumberjack, that could be tricky. Point is, they've got a lot of lag, so if they lose by a little bit, I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about that. Ooh, nice. We get to hit 50% before ending it. I saw you, I saw that stream from... Is Mahira dead? What the hell? I don't understand why sometimes his 50% is enough to just kill my characters. Yeah, I saw you did a stream on that last night. That... I haven't played Arknights for a while. What are the Italian wolves, and why are they special, other than just, I guess, your liking of them because they're Italian? Nah, Junpei, if you're referring to his Ogi, that's the only thing he does the Bahamut thing. No other Bobo fusions. Alright, we're gonna get debuffed here. Also, yeah, with Arknights, I haven't played that for so long. I'm working on a game at the moment that's kind of its own thing, but I started work on a second game as well, which I've just put on the back burner to get this first one finished. But that one I'm going to have a character creator, and I've been looking around at, you know, Granblue and other games to think of good outfit and, you know, other sort of design things for a character creator that can make, you know, characters look interesting. I've definitely got Arknights on my list to go back and have a look at some of their character designs. Things like animal ears and, you know, that sort of stuff. There's a lot of characters that I'm going to see for the first time when I go back to look at them. But, yeah. Actually, for outfits, I'd probably say Granblue's a little better than Arknights, but for the actual character designs, probably Arknights. Sorry, I didn't realise he was almost dead. I was about to start clicking skills. Because, yeah, because Arknights goes for that sort of military look, a lot of the characters' outfits are fairly meh. Like you mentioned Texas there, her outfit's pretty much just a poncho kind of shirt, like it's baggy jacket over pants. But I do like the wide range of animal characteristics. Anyway, that was all rambly, and you won't have any idea what I'm talking about. For me, making the game and designing all the character creation stuff, that makes sense. 501. Terrible. I don't think even lag will, well, lenience with lag will fix that. 50% might be random hits. Might be getting bingoed. Thing is, yeah, you're right that it's random hits. When I've had characters substitute it, obviously that kills them. Thing is with that one, it killed Mahira and it brought Bobobo right down low. So I don't think that's just the multi-hits targeting, you know, onto one person. Maybe it's that I'm hitting it so fast that I still have the defense down debuff from 75%. Maybe that's it. You know, which is why it's killing some teams but not others. Texas is a fast redeploy assassin. You just drop it. Oh wait, is this a new version of Texas? Penance is a Mudrock, you can heal. Actually, I think I quit, like, the patch before Mudrock was released. I remember the event that Mudrock was in. The event itself is also really good so far. Pretty nicely written, tons of actors on stage, albeit a bit confusing. That's another thing about Arknights. I don't know why, but I never got into reading the events. Like, I read every Granblue event, but, something about Arknights, I think it's because I started reading it, and then realised it was all, you know, it had that sort of military vibe to it. Network error. Yeah, it had that military vibe to it, and it just didn't hit with me, so I just stopped reading events and just kind of played the game for the game. Okay, Tico, I think it's going to be like Sophia, where I don't have any abilities I want to use. Actually, no. That ability's fine. Boost to caster's healing, instant charge attack, that'll do. Intensive care, I don't know if I want that. Do I want intensive care? Oh wait, no, that's just healing and debuff. I thought maybe if she had some passive that went off with intensive care, but nah, I'll skip that. Okay, I know how EO works, but I don't know how I'm going to make her work with this team. Alright, let's give it a go. Okay, how am I going to work EO? I might just save all her abilities. Go for the full EO cannon. Used to skim through them a lot early on, then Girl Tifera Navis hit and just got sucked in. That might have been after I quit because I don't even recognize that. Like it doesn't even look familiar. I used to really like the gameplay of Archive, but I ended up finding that, like, so I liked tower defenses back in the day because they were, you know, type of thing where you could just kind of build whatever. Like old tower defenses on like, you know, the Warcraft 3 custom maps, they were always really chill and easy. Problem with that one was the idea of turning all your towers into characters that you level up and stuff like that. That's a good idea, but the low, like, the low amount of towers you can bring into a map, and then every event kind of being built around the idea of, you know, you only have a certain amount of towers, so let's make it as hard as possible with that amount. You know, like a lot of those missions could have been dealt with easier if you had like a higher deploy cap or something like that. Hang on, let me just double check this. EO's not ready yet. Yeah, like they tried to make the game challenging, but I don't think the setup of the tower defense scene worked to make it challenging, you know. I think I need to beat that again. Then we can do this. Oh, actually, save that heal for after. Yeah, hard to explain, but like every event came on and it was sort of like, here's the challenge mode of it, and I usually had to go and look online for where someone would, you know, post their version of how to do it. And it was usually really specific, you know, down to the point of, oh, deploy this character, then, remember the, I mean, you'd remember it better, but the characters who have really fast redeploy times, there was always, like, cheese based around deploy them, pull them back, deploy them, pull them back to try and slow down the enemy's movement. And, yeah, just little things like that. And it ended up getting, becoming not as enjoyable because every event I had to go look up how to do it. And, you know, obviously the problem is, pretty much every gacha game has this problem, but the power creep goes in line with the difficulty. So if you're not drawing for the newest characters, then you're falling behind. And yeah, actually, I'd actually say that the strength of that game was the characters were pretty good, so I didn't want to, you know, try and go along with the newest power creep. Oh, I don't know what happened there, but I didn't actually need to clear there. Oh, it would have been Chico who did that. But I saw the shadow debuff come up then disappear, but she puts vaccine on. The lack of voice acting for event dialogue is kind of killing me though. Got too spoiled by GBF over the years. But it kind of sucks for you to say that because like I'm making games and want to do events and stuff like that, but obviously don't have a budget for a voice acting team. So I was kind of hoping that it might be acceptable for games not to have voice acting on some of their things. Obviously don't go too long without voice acting, like you know how some of the Granblue events, one little chapter can be, you know, 5+ minutes or something like that. I'd say that's the point where you definitely need voice acting to carry that. Can't go with too long of a scene without voice acting. Those are all the strat steal bombers. That's, yeah, the deploying of the quick person. Hang on, 420. Things have changed a lot since then. Low rarity clears are the best part though. Actually, that was kind of a problem as well, because I always looked up the low rarity clear teams, and yeah, they would work, but obviously farming items to upgrade characters was slow, and I had a lot of, you know, good characters. I think it was 6 stars was the top. I had a lot of them, and I wanted to upgrade them, but, you know, all the strats to clear events were low. Well, you know, they showed the low rarity clears. But yeah, the problem was I just wasn't upgrading the characters that they wanted me to use for low rarity clears. Okay, so the next one, every event has gotten new mechanics tied to it. I liked that and also didn't like it. You know, as in, it was always nice to see new, you know, mechanics to make every event a little bit different. But some of the mechanics were so annoying. Like, I remember there was one where you had to chuck a character down to take over a tower, and if an enemy passed by it, they would also take over it. The problem with that is you had to chuck characters in such awkward positions just to take the towers. And, you know, obviously, those were the type of events where if you had quick deployers, you'd have an advantage because you could take over the towers quicker. But, yeah, it also didn't really work when a lot of the enemies were too tough for quick deployers. So, like, that one was sort of like, it was an interesting mechanic, but that actually kind of made the game a little more awkward. Like, it wasn't as fun to play through it. My opinion, at least. I'm sure plenty of other people enjoyed it. As for power creeps, there's still plenty people clearing everything with, the low rarity squads. But yeah, again, like, the low rarity clears did work, but they often involved a whole bunch of, like, 1, gimmicky stuff, but 2, people saying, like, oh, you have to deploy this character on this tile at this exact time, otherwise, you know, it all falls apart. No, you can't be my voice actor feeds. Also, I need a lot more than one voice. Oh, damn. Unfortunately, I don't know what I've fallen behind on the conversation. I think you saying you fell for that too at first was when I was saying of upgrading my stronger characters as opposed to the cheaper ones. Was it the phonographs that were the towers you took over? Low rarity clears are the best guides because you can just use a higher rarity character of the same role. True. Although even then, some of that didn't quite work because a lot of the low rarity characters were cheap to deploy. So I think I did try doing what you were saying and, like, you know, replacing them with the high rarity ones, but oftentimes you end up falling out of sync. I guess that's another thing with it as well, like, Granblue is a turn-based game, so you can kind of... everything kind of works, you know, with pacing, other than debuffs falling off. But, yeah, for something like Arknights, timing really mattered. Well, I have no plans for VAs at the moment, so nothing yet. Hang on, before I start the next one, I'm just going to run to the bathroom, and then we'll get on to these last 2 teams. Oh, hang on. Just before I go, who won the previous one? Oh, never mind, no. Sorry, there's 4 teams left. Okay, 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. Because all the high rarity strats are geared for E2, and a lot of specific characters whereas the low rarity teams, you had access to the characters at least. I quickly found that my high rarity characters were too expensive to use in a lot of strats. Actually, that kind of speaks to something that I felt when playing as well. It's kind of Arknight that. How do I want to phrase this? So, a lot of gacha games rely on the whole thing of like, here's this new character, they're, you know, a 6-star or an SSR or something like that, so they're harder to draw, but when you draw them, you know, you're getting a good character. Arknight's had this weird thing where, yeah, the rarer characters were expensive to deploy, so you actually couldn't just make a team of all rare characters. And so it kind of felt antithetical, you know, you really need to rely on the low tier characters, but they didn't have enough low tier characters. I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily a problem or not. Because, I mean, you know, the whole idea of you don't need a full team of, you know, 6 stars, that's technically good, but it also kind of works against, you know, making progress in the game. If it's okay to give a couple suggestions about the stream, you can set latency to ultra low for instant chatting. Also, shared chat is near unreadable. How little it... Oh, yeah, sorry. Good point. I don't know if I can actually... Which one is that? Yeah, I don't know if I can actually make this any bigger. Because it pulls out like that. I'd need to actually resize it, but hang on. I'll have a look into how to fix that. Problem is, like, because it's capturing a website thing, so I have to give a dimension for it, but I don't know if that actually increases the size of it. Hang on, let's have a look in here. I need some setting to actually increase the font size. Oh hey, I've got clarity on this team, let's get rid of that. Change it to dispel. Here we go. Scale. Let me try that. I don't know if that'll update immediately. Again, I might have a play around with this later. Oh no, yeah, it did. It looked like it reset when I reopened it. Let me try that. Kind of just like a little thing to drag. That's not the most accurate. Also, the latency to ultra low for instant chatting. I think I actually do have... I'm not sure if my latency is set ultra low, but because of all the lag I've been having, I've noticed the... the display of the stream on YouTube and whatnot, it keeps falling back further and further. So yeah, I think it might just be that lag is causing the chat to fall further behind. Light characters kind of fix that. Most of the new 6 stars costs are balanced to their power at least. I do remember using Myrtle as a flag character. But I still remember her being kind of awkward. I guess it's just because you chuck her down first, but she has to channel the generation, so she's not a good first deployer. Okay, let's jump into this. I've been bring over this one for a bit. I'm pretty sure I know how these guys work. Actually, let me just quickly check Percival, because he has 3 skills that I'm pretty sure I can chuck whenever. Ah, Petrify. This generates crests. This one also generates crests. Cool. Make it appear so fast so you'll be forced to help thieves. Declaration of Independence. Yeah. National Treasure. Oh, network error. Hold up. Unless I can press back. No, that doesn't work. Okay, let me just quickly hide this so I can jump back to the Guild Wars screen, say hello to my guild, and then jump into the actual fight. And find a Luminera. Okay. That's not the right team. That's the right team. Okay, Luo time. So playing around with the full auto, Luo actually seems like he might be alright. The problem is, I don't think I'm going to use him to full auto the nm95, because... Damn lag. Because I can full auto something in like 2.5 minutes. I don't want to have to click an extra skill every time I do that. Ooh, the lag is strong here. Okay. Stuff like this just messes with the time. Okay, we've just got to beat 4 minutes 20. Which we might be able to do with Luo and Percival. Oh yeah, one last thing for Arknights. So with the games that I'm making, I kind of want to like look back into want to draw inspiration from this thing, but I can't quite remember how it all worked. But remember how there was a event where actually I can't remember her name, but it was a blondish brownie haired girl with foxy or something like that. The one who carries all the weapons on her back. She had an event where it was like a roguelike kind of thing where you start off with her, and at the end of every level you got to pick a new character or some kind of upgrade. That event was so great. Like, that was one of those ones where I just kept playing even after I'd completed all the missions and stuff like that, because it was just fun to do. Oh wait, no. Just attack. But yeah, that whole roguelike type of thing. Yeah, Kobe? C-O-B? I can never remember how to pronounce it. I always just read it. Yeah, Fungi Mist, that's the one. But yeah, that event was so great. I kind of want to take inspiration from it with other stuff I make. Problem is, I can't just like go back and check out how it all worked, because, well, I guess I can look up a video of it. But yeah, has people who still play Arknights, has it ever come back? Ooh. Never mind, actually. I'm currently experiencing lag. Prototype for their integrated strategies. They have 2 more modes for it now. Maybe I should re-download Arknights just to check those out. If they're permanent, that is. Currently one based around Phantom and a new one for Miyazuki. One for Phantoms. Oh yeah, and Theatre Troop, one from Miyazuki, which was released yesterday. Ooh. Yeah, that was another good thing about it. It was, yeah, something you could just play whenever. It wasn't something that cost you resources. That's not, at least Granblue is free from that, but that's the problem with trying out a whole bunch of different gachas. So many of them go off that mode of you only have a certain amount of resources per day to do missions. Actually, so that was one thing. I was playing Princess Connect, and of course I jumped onto the English version of it rather than well, in order to get the Japanese one, I'm pretty sure you had to get an Android emulator and download it that way. So I just thought it was easier to just go for the English one. And yeah, of course that shut down. But my biggest problem with Princess Connect was I wanted to level up, you know, all my characters, because for things like the tower event and stuff like that, it was, you know, useful to have all your characters leveled up. Same thing with the daily dungeon. But the problem I found was you actually leveled up faster than you, you ranked up faster than you could level characters. Like, the amount of rank XP was just too high. Now, the problem with that was, this is like just an ongoing hatred I have with this type of mechanic. I remember when I played World of Warcraft Legion, that's where they brought this into WoW. But the whole idea of, oh, what if in an RPG the enemies scale to your level, which is the stupidest, most antithetical idea for an RPG. You know, the whole point of an RPG is you grind, you get, you know, a new bit of loot, which makes you a little bit stronger so that you do more damage. Well, if I grind and rank up, and the enemies scale to my rank, then I'm not gaining any loot that makes me stronger, I'm just, you know, potentially getting weaker or staying the same. And for most games you kind of stay the same because it's balanced. Just when I was trying to level everyone, Precon was pretty much balanced, then I got weaker every time I ranked up. And so it was a case where I tried to do like the daily dungeon and the daily arena were all based around your rank. So I was fighting enemies who were far higher level than me because I, you know, just wanted to level all my characters. But yeah, so like, I hate the whole enemy scaling to your level in an RPG. I hate it worse when it's not balanced properly and you actually fall below the level. Sorry. So in that one, Lumberjack actually did win. I was ranting too much, but they got 411. Even with all the lag, they still won. So cool, we get some more Luo. Now time for the last two. You felt that playing the D4 beta. What's D4? Diablo 4? Yeah, Diablo 4. Yeah. Okay, so I'm actually not too versed with the Diablo games. I played Torchlight a whole bunch, but did the previous Diablo games have that kind of thing where the enemies scaled up to your level, or is that just now what Blizzard has as their, like, design philosophy going forward? Because, I mean, it is a, you know, simple, it's a simple kind of thing to put in where the game's always challenging for people no matter what. Like, you don't have to micromanage your design of the game. You can just go, yeah, it always scales to them, so cool. Okay, so it didn't have it before that, yeah. So it seems like ever since Legion, that's become Blizzard's new design philosophy. Oh wait. A friend got you into WoW recently. It became the same thing in dungeons. Everything scales to your level, but you gain more XP than gear, so you constantly fall behind and you end up doing no damage until you drop a new weapon on a new tier. Diablo 3 had difficulty, I don't think it had scaling. Yeah. Like, I played, I played WoW since Vanilla, and I had a brief little break in Cataclysm, but I pretty much played every expansion. Legion, for some reason, just killed my enjoyment of the game, and I reckon it probably was the scaling. But yeah, like, I don't know, to me, it just seems like a basic concept of, if you're playing an RPG, the point is to get stronger than the enemies eventually, and that's the whole point of grinding. Yeah, just the idea of you put in hours, you get loot, which makes the game easier, so you have to put in less hours in future, and stuff like that. It's perfectly fine to have an RPG where they keep adding new levels on top, but if the enemies just scale up to your level, what are you grinding for? You're as strong at level 1 as you are at level 100. So zones have a minimum level, and then from there it scales up to character's level. So if you don't stay on top of your gear, you start facing enemies way tougher. Yeah, that's just bad design. here's the thing. So I might be wrong on this. It's just my, thinking of like all the games and how the industry sort of goes with it. But so I've streamed Elden Ring on this channel. I don't mind. Elden Ring's pretty good, and I've never disliked the Dark Souls series. Like, the games themselves are fine. The problem is, when Dark Souls came out and it started getting popular, I don't like how the rest of the industry reacted to it. Suddenly every game studio seemed to think that, really crushing difficulty is just the way to go for game design. And so, yeah, you had a bunch of games try and make their games harder when they were different designs and stuff like that didn't really fit to it. So, an example of that is, WoW doing the scaling leveling. They were thinking, okay, if people get to max level, suddenly the game's easy. No, people like Dark Souls, so we need to make the game harder. So let's scale the enemies up to your level, or something like that. That seems to be what I think happened. It might not be, but I don't know. All the games seem to start doing this, like, scaling difficulty and, making enemies harder around the same sort of time that Dark Souls was popular. Been staring at this guy for a little bit. Let me just quickly go over his moves. I can dodge the 25%. Oh wait, it's a link skill. No, I probably want to do trip attack anyway. Boost stuff, boost crit, cool. His skills don't matter that much. Juliet. Boost to attack, 20% damage cut or a crest. Okay, might skip her second skill. Oh, a mirror. Okay, just get 100% charge bar. Absorb allies charge bar, so I should do that first. Alright, back to you. Time to kill enemies also set to A's consistent, so you never feel like you're getting stronger. Yeah. Actually, so this is kind of the opposite thing, but I remember when Guild Wars 2 released. Actually, that might not be 100% charge bar. Yeah, when Guild Wars 2 released, they had this thing where... Hang on, that boost... Let me just see what happens with a mirror before I start clicking skills. So when Guild Wars 2 released, it had an opposite effect, where it actually did, do fine with the whole... scaling enemies. Like, enemies didn't scale, they had a set level and stuff like that. But, and this was something they ended up changing later, so if you look at like the time to kill, basic zones, you could kind of kill an enemy in a couple of hits, that's like newbie starter zone stuff, that's fine. Around mid-game, I'd say, so you had skills, and those skills would have like 10 second, 20 second cooldown, stuff like that. So if you're in a group of enemies, it would be a case where you'd like kill an enemy by using a couple of skills, a couple of attacks, then move on to the next one, and you use your next lot of skills. The time to kill there maybe, let's just say 6 to 7 hits or something like that. The problem was you got to the end game area, and suddenly these enemies took maybe 20 hits to kill. You were going through your whole rotation of skills and then waiting for them to come off cooldown. And the real problem with that was they had the respawn rate for enemies set too high. So you'd kind of, spend about 20 seconds killing an enemy, move on to the next enemy, and suddenly the one behind you is starting to respawn. Thankfully they did end up changing this a couple of months after release. They nerfed all the enemies a bit. But that was kind of the opposite effect, where it was a base, like, everything that I talked about being a good thing was there, where you could build your gear and you could actually, do more damage, and like you felt like you could overcome that. But there was this weird little middle ground where you just did nothing to enemies, and it was really hard to grind gear and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, so that's sort of like the opposite thing, where you've been leveling along, you've been getting gear, and you feel like you're doing, you're increasing your character's strengths, and then suddenly you go to this zone and you feel weak as anything. That was just like balancing issues. They just overbalanced that area, or overpowered that area. But yeah, I can remember, like, again, Guild Wars 2 is one of those games where I've actually pretty much played it from the start. Hang on 1 second, let me get this spell off. Yeah, I've pretty much played that one from the start, but I had a massive gap after it launched just because that the balance of the endgame zone just made it so unenjoyable to play. Like, you couldn't move anywhere in the endgame zone. And this was before mounts and everything too, so you were just walking along with enemies respawning behind you. Oh, I should have used Halamar. Actually, not to get on a full Guild Wars 2 tangent, but it's interesting that, yeah, in the early years everyone was running Zerka gear. Now pretty much everyone's running Viper or something Condi based, but if you want to do a power build, Marauder is the thing to go for. I think it's Marauder. That's the one that has power, crit, and HP. But so the reason why I find that weird is at launch there was a similar gear setup that had... Actually, maybe that was... I think nowadays they've got a combination of Berserker and Marauder, which is like, you know, the basic Berserker stuff plus a little HP. But even at launch, there was a gear thing that had attack and HP. But for some reason, you know, no one wanted to use that, but now a similar one everyone's using. I don't know, just a bit weird, because it's so similar in gear, but no one was running it back then. Guild Wars 2 was almost completely built around Zerging. You needed the HP to have higher HP, because there were supposed to be 20 people running around to take them. Actually, yeah, I think that's probably why the endgame area was so overbalanced. They probably designed it around the idea of everyone running in groups. Actually, the story instances are still kind of based around that. Like, I've watched streamers, you know, go and play the new story content, and they run in with a group of 5, and they just, you know, demolish everything in there. But if I run in by myself, suddenly everything's really tanky. Pretty much, story instances don't scale with the amount of people you have in there. And so, yeah, is that just an oversight, or is it actually designed around everyone having a group? Okay, 441. The Cav, that's not great. Who are they up against again? Ooh. Okay. Lunalu, I'm pretty sure I'm only going to want to use her first skill? No, third skill, Triple Strike. She can just keep cutting her HP, and when she gets down to 90%, she gets a boost to charge attack specs. I reckon if I get down to 90%, I'm going to die. So let's... Actually, it's just essentially getting down to 10%. Let's just keep her HP going. Okay, Isla. I think we want on the move? Yeah. And I guess we can use that whenever. And I'll get to your comments in a moment. Oh, and Levin Sisters. Oh, they got a buff. But yeah, just first skill and last skill. Okay. Oh, sorry. And you need to have HP... Or enemies have high HP. Other one. Played a couple of years ago. Did 100% world completion as well as plenty of World v World. And fractals. Quit after the SJW influxes. Removal of hip sway on female warrior and a horribly dumb living story with lithium plant. Actually, I don't know where you jumped out, but it's funny, like, the early living world stories were actually kind of good. At least now compared to it. So, you know how I made the video on End of Dragons, and I was waiting to see what their next living world story was to, you know, do a video on that. They've released something, and I'm not sure if that's the end of it, because they said they're going to do a mini content update. It's not quite a living world, and they've released 2 episodes, and it looks like it's finished now, but there's... I've been reading around, trying to work out what's going on, and it looks like people are saying that, there's apparently going to be another update in a bit, but people aren't sure if that's it or not. So if it is it, I could make a video on that, and talk about how terrible it is, it's even worse than, you know, everything we got before. It's worse, just like... It's worse because nothing happens, and it's all just forced emotions. Like, there's no story they're telling here. It's less than a Granblue event or something like that. Lunally, you want first and third. You can burst the boss down with her. I guess? I'll try it and see if she kills herself. I can always just revive her. Okay, on the move, that. Let's try these two.
我々の覚悟を見せつけるクソがジャガンよひらめけアインスツバイドラはっだなどう遅いカラミティダークネスそこジャガあまそこだ
So, can I keep spamming her HP cut every turn? Or am I eventually going to hit too low in HP and it just won't let me? Yeah, HP too low. Alright. Actually, that's what I thought might happen. That's why I was thinking only using her triple strike would be better. You gotta admit, the puzzle area, the adventures thing was pretty fun. Too bad the Halloween and Christmas events never changed. Like, and you were just running around in the surface farming mats in a Zerg, yeah. Ooh. I don't know if I'll hit 50% here. Could use a shield if I was to. Yeah, I kind of wish they added more to the Halloween and Christmas stuff, but at the same time, kind of like if they were to get rid of the Halloween maze or the, say, Christmas jumping puzzle or something like that, I wouldn't want that. But cool, you get 50%. Yeah, actually, so the first year they did, well, maybe it was the second year or something, they did a story event. They did a story event for the Halloween thing, and the next year they did another story event. It was like, you know, a little mini thing where you went off and did stuff in the open world. That was good, and then they just gave up on it. Damn, Lunalu's dead. Oh yeah, I should have actually shielded that. I was too focused on having gotten to 50% without having to do anything. I was hoping that the Phalanx shield might actually block the shadow. Just with the oh, what do you call it? The debuff resistance boost.
Calamity Darkness! 私の力が必要なようだな。
Alright,
悪くな
that
い
there
一
is
撃
the
だ。
first round done, and that's most of the characters
脅威
too.
は去った。今のう
Or
ち
most
に
of
行
the
くぞ。
teams. That was my phone. Okay. Just moving it off my book so I can get to the last little bit. 420. We've had that time before. And that actually wins it. Okay. Paladin. So... let's maneuver this. Hang on. Let me actually try and line that up a bit. There we go. Okay. So, back to the top ones, who should do a little better. Okay. Mana Diver. I think this one was mostly carried by... yeah, Mana Diver itself. Okay, last time, I don't think I was able to get Mary's triple attack echo off for a start. Oh, that's right, I screwed up John's assassin. Let's try and get that going better this time. Alright, I think nowadays if you want a decent MMO, you might just have to look into Lost Ark. But that too has its own issues. Main story quest is basically going from point A to point B while spamming the G key for interact. Very that interesting in the first place. It has really fun bosses and hunt mode at least, even if the grind is insane. Why is this going dead yet? It can and will demand 12 hours a day playtime if you want to optimize everything though. Thing is, I don't think I've ever gone for an MMO just based on, like, the gameplay mechanics and stuff like that. I actually find I do probably go for games based on the story or, like, my investment in the world. And so, I mean, that's pretty much how I got to Granblue. Guild Wars 2 kind of did that at the start. Or actually, I mean, it came back and went over time, you know, like, constantly fluctuating. And the second game that I'm making, I want that to be sort of story focused. I don't think I'll have much room to do much story with it, but that's at least somewhere where I can sort of play around with story beats and whatnot. Damn it, we didn't hit 50. But yeah, so my point being, like, I've always had people recommend, oh, this MMO's good, this MMO's good. Pretty much, like, the reason that I kept going back to World of Warcraft and stuff like that is because I'd played Warcraft ever since Warcraft 2, and so I was just invested in the world. I don't have a Dispel. I'm gonna have to wait for it. Which means wait for that. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm just invested in, like, a story getting good if possible. Right, now we can go with this. But people want to Ogi, so that's a problem. Ah. I don't want my main character to Ogi, but oh well. Even though it's an overlap of triple attack, I might just do this for the... No, damn. Okay, it's an overlap of triple attack now. I thought I might be at 6 stacks of bounty by now, but I'm not. Pretty sure I was last time. Alright. I mean, that wasn't too slow, but could have been more optimized.
ソバールドブリエ次が来るぞこの剣と槍でこの世界を守ってみせる
339. I could have played that better, but actually the problem with that team is you've got overlapping, like, roles. Both Mary and John want to be triple attackers who give a whole bunch of damage on their triple attack turn. And, I guess Zoe works with them. But, yeah, Zoe just kind of does her thing and gives a buff. Okay. Glorybringer. With Mugen. Actually, yeah, I've always heard of Dragon Dogma, but I've never looked into it.
お手伝いする無限力つく
うちがついてるよ恐れる必要はない
I should check it out
私
then.
がそばにいる
Problem is, just lately with all, like, the... trying to work on my game and everything like that, I found I haven't had time for most games. Pretty much just been playing Granblue.
ほら
ドラドラドラドラドラ
I've been trying to be, you know, efficient with my work.
ほらほら
やうわ
ジャガーノートスフィアセレネカノナ
Oh
ス
damn, I should have actually used her buff for the Yogi. Oh well, I can get it next time.
Yeah!
それ甘いよやめてよ
Yeah!
君の旅路はここで終わりはしない加減なんてできないからねドカーンとやっちゃうよ
Actually, of course this team's doing well. I just realized, we've got Dispel and Veil at ready access.
作戦の時は今
Not to mention Mugen giving a whole bunch of echo and amplified damage.
うわ
ジャガーノートスフィアセレネカノナス
It also had a cool companion system where you could train your pawn. One second. So you could train your pawn to follow certain behaviors depending on which orders you gave them.
うちがついてるよ
So a little companion for combat.
ほらほらそれドカーンとやっちゃおうジャガーノートスフィア
Because you could also send your pawn to help other players online. Cool. They would also learn. They would also.
パン
Sorry.
ケーキ食
Yeah,
べ
they
る
would also learn from them and act differently in combat depending on what they learned. That's a neat little feature having, yeah, the companion go help other people. 321, damn. Alright, easy win for Glory. Actually, that's one thing with my own game development stuff. Unfortunately, so I went to uni and did a whole bunch of programming stuff, you know, learning game programming, how to use Unity, and all stuff like this. There unfortunately wasn't a class on online stuff. You know, there was no class teaching us how to set up an online server, how to essentially do any gaming that requires online stuff. So that's the one thing I have no idea how to do, and this is Viking next year. It's one thing I have no idea. Damn, forgot to get rid of clarity. Yeah, like little things like that. You know, just have people on the same server even if it's not a proper online game, and you can send stuff to other people. I'd like to do that, but I just don't have the knowledge for it. Oops, wrong button. Actually, is it the wrong button? Yeah, that's right, I was saving that for 50%.
こいつを試してみようか。奇跡の輝きにひれ伏しなさい。イリアスジャッジメント。目障りです。イリアスジャッジメント。
Actually, I don't know why. I've always heard people say that coding AI is tricky. Obviously, the more advanced AI is very complex. But I did have a class at uni on AI, and you know the whole thing was like, here's your assignment. You need this AI to do this in this environment and stuff like that. I actually found AI really simple to code because of like what you described there of like you put a ball down and your AI knew to use a 10-shot skill. Well, actually I don't know if specifically that's what happened, but yeah. Little things like that were actually easy to code because it's just all logic stuff of like, if this happens in this specific circumstance, then do this. And unfortunately, as well as this team does, now we hit 25% and have nothing for it. So I remember last Guild Wars, someone was saying, if you can get a main summon of Lucy, I think he, doesn't he clear every turn or something like that? And so I was thinking about that this time around, but, yeah, there's no, well, there's maybe one, fully uncapped Lucy on my list. And so I don't see it all the time, and it's just not reliable enough to go for it. Yeah. That's what I was thinking of. Okay, Viking time, 331. There's a big difference between these teams and the other ones. But yeah, that's just something with Light. There's just so many characters in it who do nothing, and then other characters who, you know, are the more modern kind of power creep. Probably relies on the class I got too. You know, Viking, Mana Diver, Glorybringer. These are all good classes with Echo or skill damage. Which one next? Monk. There. What do you mean farming sands? There's no such thing as farming sands.
少しだけ。
今が攻め時って。
Actually, that's not true. I think I have had one sand drop. I can't remember if it was... I think it was in the Egyptian god raids. Nah, screw Undertale. Oh damn, Khan survived. There we go.
少しだけ。
星の数だけ見舞おう。余さず見極めん。
Let's save that till he's actually at 0 charge bar.
In Autumn Universe 少しだけ。
こうでなくては。チョコ材な。
少しだけ。
今が攻め時って。
Oh yeah. I don't think I have been back to Luo since then. I'm so glad that, well, so far, I mean, we don't have Erish this Guild Wars, and for the prelims, we didn't really see anything, you know, that crazy going on. There probably will be some crazy stuff coming from Ferry in the... Oh, he cleared it himself. Yeah, there probably will be some crazy stuff coming from Ferry in the... maybe nm95, probably later on. But yeah, I was actually playing around with a full auto setup for Ferry, so you still have to press that first skill, so it's not fully full auto. But, damn you.
期待しちゃう
Oh, damn, and now we get Rakan back. Okay, yeah, Monk's just gonna self-eliminate itself here. Yeah, so I was setting up a setup for Ferry, so you can run EO Mantras, and you're likely to hit a trigger at some point in your triple attacks, which will trigger Mantis's clear to get rid of the shortened. Or I think I was also playing around with... Was it Greya? I think Greya clears every 3 turns. But, why am I taking so much damage?
私まだ嬉しい。
Actually, I should have used that.
礼は言わんぞ。
Okay. Yes, so, the reason why I was trying to, get a setup that... Wait, we still haven't hit 50%, but why does he have that buff up? Okay, yeah, I was trying to get a setup that can full auto it, because if you can clear that shortened, Ferry actually full auto straight into 8 turns of triple attack. So, I mean, the high-end players aren't using full auto, but they're going to be abusing that 8 turns of triple attack with Echo with Ferry, and that, I reckon, is going to be the dangerous part this Guild Wars. The stuff that's going to mess with, you know, how quickly the top 80k rises. Wait, why is Sargan's about to shoot themselves in the foot this summer? What's coming out summer? I think there are still some updates to come.
今の俺ならこの程度倒せる。
一切響
Oh,
かぬ。
wait.
余さず見極めん。星の数だけ
Can be
見舞う。
extended by being targeted by healing skill. Oh, I've been playing him wrong all along.
力をためて。
Uni's healing him every turn. So you can have that thing up infinitely. Oh, damn, sorry. If I had have read your next comment, I would have known what you were talking about. I just looked back to the game for it. Removing the all-limited banner on August 30th is going to piss off a lot of people. So I've been lucky, I guess. Well, kind of lucky, not so lucky. I've never made it to the all-limited banner to Spark, because I always end up getting baited by stuff earlier than that. You know, like the Summer Zodiac or something like that. So I haven't used it too much, so removing it doesn't affect me too much. But I do still see it as a problem. Actually, my problem with it... So, the Summer Banner, you know, having that removed sucks. Problem was, we got maybe one all Halloween banner, and then another year they skipped it. I don't know if we've ever... Have we gotten a all Christmas banner? I think we have, but it might have been a 3% banner. And I don't think we've ever had an all Valentine banner. So my problem with it wasn't so much that... Well, I mean, it getting removed is a different thing, but my problem was always that they never added it to other seasonal areas. Because there were plenty of... Like, I still don't have Valentine Clarice, and I'd spark for her if she was available to be sparked, but she hasn't been. Where are we? Monk screwed up so bad, they're at 525. So they're out. Oops. Okay, next lot. Oh yeah, of course, Halloween Florence. You know, I was so focused on Fairy, I forgot the Mugen, Florence, and Nihan combo. You're right, that's definitely gonna... Definitely for Nightmare 95, that's gonna be the big one. Pretty sure it was last time, but... Where are we? There. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure last time that combo couldn't keep up with the Nightmare 150 or Nightmare 200. And maybe Fairy takes over there, but yeah, it'll be that combo. Okay, let's make sure that we get Holomal off turn 1. Especially since they're about to release less characters. Oh yeah, that's right, they're getting rid of that one little banner. Actually, so, did you pay attention to what happened with the summer characters after the anniversary? Usually they leave the pool at, you know, end of March, when the free draws end and stuff like that. I can't remember when they actually left, because they were still in the banner after that. They were in the pool after, like, into April. I just didn't pay attention to when they actually left. But so, when they announced, well, sorry, when Not Summer Lily was coming out, I was wondering if they're just, like, extending summer constantly until actual summer. But yeah, it's kind of weird that they're removing so much from summer, but they did that weird thing with extending it around the anniversary. You need to spark Summer Island, but you're at risk of having to spark early or on a Flash Gala, or even just a 3% banner for her. One more attack. Don't want to spark her with other raid ups you're not interested in. Oh, well, let's like bait people with Summer Isla. Oh yeah, true, yeah, that would explain it. Try and get people to throw money at the 3% banner.
邪魔はさせない。
Alright, let me hold on to that first skill.
いいね。
See if I can use it properly. Rather than having to hold my Ogi.
乗ってきた。
Actually, I wonder if those times when I died to 50% is because I had leftover divinity. Maybe that was it.
ジュフよ。対象
Because
の
yeah, I'm
援護。
likely going to feel it going into this with that.
あったかい。
Man. Alright, I guess I have to Ogi here. Because no one else is multi-attacking as much as me.
邪魔邪魔。そこそこ。見てて、私の全力。あったかい。礼は言っておくわ。分からせてやる。みんな、準備はいいか？
Alright, guess we're just Ogiing here.
エーテリック・インペトス。
Actually, you know the worst thing about Fairy's 5-star? She got, like with the fourth skill, she can turn her 4 turns of triple attack into 8 turns of it. So, in those 8 turns, she's not Ogiing once, but she got a really good Ogi. It buffs and dispels now.
さすがだな、団長。
355. Actually, that's what they got last time. No improvement from that team then. Wait, leave it there. Alright, last 3. Where's Rising Force? There it is. Okay, this one just scraped through before. Probably one of the worst times in this second round, so I don't expect much from them.
うなれ天雷剣逃れられると思うな雷鳴よ答えよ
邪魔だ。道を切り開くぞ。皆さんのことを私が守ります。
くらしだ
やや
うなれ
邪魔だ。
疾風陣雷うなれ天雷剣逃れられると思うな雷鳴よ答えよドラドラドラドラドラレビンアナイアレーション落ちくら
ややはっ
うなれ天雷剣
本気で行くぞ。
落ちだ
旋風水火弾。こるいいよ。
うなれ天雷剣よ
Not much to say with this team. It's pretty basic.
レビンアナイアレーション
And honestly, not too enjoyable to play. Like, a lot of the other ones have fun little moves going off now and then. I guess building the Thunderstruck is kind of what they have going for them, but... Oh, I forgot to shield that too. Needed to do that, because she has hostility up. I need a dispel. Oh, damn it, I had a dispel. May as well use it. You know what, I'll just heal her. I'm worrying that she's gonna die any moment. Let's make sure she doesn't. We are at... Damn it. We're at 10 stacks, but Monica's ready to Ogi. Pretty sure this happened last time. But we did get the cool little combo that we got last time. Monica dodging the Ogi. For some reason I missed it too. Alright, that team is out of here. You're right. Why did my music stop? Sorry about that. Just nice little failed to load image. Actually, I know why the music didn't continue. I don't have repeat on. Yeah, 355. Wait, 355? No, that's the old team. I forgot to click back. There we go. Okay, cool. Chaos. Thank you for letting me know that the music was off. That was a bad oversight. Lumberjack. Cool, back to Luo. And so from a team that's not too fun to play to a team that actually is pretty fun to play. Ignoring, Pretty Cure. They're not that great, but Luo does alright. Percival's got all the buffs. Just using my own player. Because I just download all the... every, you know, Granblue song that I see that's worth putting in. Like, I've skipped some of the event songs and whatnot. Just chuck them into a folder, and then I can just, whenever I go to set up a stream, just Control A all the songs in there and hit play. Oh, really? I don't think I have 80 songs yet. Although at the same time, one of the benefits of making this folder is I know everything in there is, you know, copyright free and simple to use. I could add other game songs that are copyright free too, but I feel like I should keep it somewhat themed, I guess. You know, kind of keep it all Granblue stuff for the moment.
エデルフラム。
しるべの破線。面倒をかけたようだね。面倒をか
オッケー。案ずるな、俺がついている。死にたくなければ道を開けろ。ぬるつや
おいえかす。
この借りは必ず返そう。
ここで得意点を失うわけにもいくまい。
Luo might be good for, you know, the later Nightmare runs, just with that permanent special attack down. And I mean, even though it does get removed, he can reapply normal attack down pretty well. I'm worried that I'm going to be unable to full auto the Nightmare 200 this time. Even though last Guild Wars was crazy with all the Erishes and stuff like that, I actually had a pretty comfy Nightmare 200 with my last grid, the triple Hull and Null Dagger grid. It just had so much defense that I, you know, wasn't dying. It was easy to just set up a team and let them go. I think I had an 8-minute full auto as well. That's right, Luo Nicomancer. I remember you telling me about that last time. Alright, I'm gonna try setting that up after we finish the tournament, see how that goes. Remind me at the end, just in case I forget. Because yeah, with that shadow debuff and everything like that, having 100% debuff resistance might be the key to getting around that. 331, not bad. Alright, Pally, and that's the last of round 2, on to semi-finals after. Oops. Did not mean to hit that one. Alright, let's try doing this time. Only using her triple strike. I mean, her Ogre's pretty good, so maybe just only Ogi, only the first skill might be better. But you still get an Ogi from the triple strike, so I don't know, it might be better. Oh, that's right. So, because Lunalu, because she, sorry, completely blank mind, because she, does stackable permanent defense down on Ogi, even though in full auto, she doesn't use any of her skills, she might be worth running just for that. Because I was looking at the, you know, permanent debuffs for Light, and there's not that many options. Hopefully Granblue will be able to hold her own. Actually, I was using her in full auto before, and I think she'll, yeah, I think she'll do fine. She's still got that good, good DPS as well as her defense. Oh yeah, but I did get off that topic. So, obviously in Light, you've just got a whole bunch of HP. It's not quite the same as having the defense that I had in Dark. Hopefully that's still enough to actually get through it. But that's the problem. There's been a few Guild Wars, like, I think maybe Earth and maybe Wind. There was a few of them where I just couldn't full auto the Nightmare 200, so I had to just settle to doing 150s. And those Guild Wars were a bit tricky to get into the top 80k.
俺の中の悪魔がうずく。助かった。三子高来。はっ、遅カラミティダークネス。
Oh yeah. Okay, so this is something that I'll need to like test out later in Guild Wars. You know, like the Nightmare 200s and 150s. But so Luo, his field effect increases the enemy's attack, and of course, counter to that is he lowers their attack every, auto. So far, his team was, I'm pretty sure, surviving during his turns. Have to see just how deadly it is later on, just in case it does, completely cripple the team. Because obviously increasing the boss's attack isn't a smart thing to do. And that was always, when he came out, that was the biggest detriment to him. Because, for comparison, Bedial, she lowers everyone's defense, which is kind of the same as raising the enemy's attack, but she also boosts everyone's defense as a separate passive. Whereas Luo doesn't boost any defense. He only heals, and it's a tiny little heal too. Although, actually, that being said, I wouldn't mind trying out running Luo with Doctor, and maybe even some backline healer like Sevalbara. Because isn't it I can't remember if it's a 1000 or a 2000 heal per turn, but you can bump that up quite a lot with other stuff. 356. Not a completely terrible time, but Lumjack beats it. Alright, we'll get to see Luo again at least. Okay, back to the top. Let me scroll over. Semi-final time for Mugen. In for sub-Baha high level tier 1 shots. I've seen people take him into sub-Baha, so it must not be as bad as it looks. Yeah, I haven't heard much good about Luo either, which you'd expect there to be something by now. Where is Mugen? There he is.
お手伝いする。無限力使う。
うちがついてるよ。恐れる必要はない。私がそばにいる。それ。
やあ。ドラドラドラドラドラ。
それほらほら。
やあ。
加減なんてできないからね。
It would actually be an issue if we hit 50% right now. I mean, who knows how low Clarice's defense is right now. She's got a defense down buff, she's got divinity, and she's... Actually, does her first skill still lower her defense? And yeah, we are going to hit 50%. Well, she almost blew up.
大丈夫。サンクス。ドカーンとやっちゃうよ。私がそばにいる。ドカーンとやっちゃうよ。
Oh, hang on, that... Wait, why can't I keep reusing that?
ほら、それほら。
I'm misunderstanding how it works now.
うちの全力見せてあげる。作戦の時は今。ジャガーノートスフィア。セレネカノノス。君の旅路はここで終わりはしない。うちがついてるよ。私がそばにいる。やってほら甘いよ。結末が見えたよ。
バイバイ。パンケーキ食べる？
Alright, and the time? 3:29. It's done a little better than that. 3:21 last time. Oops, wrong one to go back on. This one. Alright, Viking time. Where'd I put Viking? That's at the end, isn't it? Yeah. So surprisingly, Viking's not the fastest time. This is a solid team with, you know, good buffs and everything. Oh, I've got to get rid of that damn clarity. Oh yeah, the quick summon button just reminded me of something. Anyone else finding it annoying that we have to set the quick summon thing on for every single raid? So every time a nightmare releases for Guild Wars, we have to reset it. I don't know, it's not terrible to have to do it, but it's just fiddly. Especially on when you join a raid that blows up really quickly from like Raid Finder or something like that. Trying to set it in that is annoying. I mean, you can set it after it's over, but just like doing it in between stuff. Eventually I'll have it set on every raid and it won't be an issue anymore, but for the moment... Actually, that's a good question. Is every single Guild Wars raid a unique thing, or will it count as a nm95 tier? Like, if I set the quick summon now, next Guild Wars, will it still be set? Because it's a different raid, but it's, you know, maybe it's coded in some way that it's the same, like, container of a raid. And they just change the boss and animations and stuff. Yeah, it should be unique. I'm just being hopeful that maybe it might be. all the same.
戯れはここまでにいたしましょう。やったエターナルペインセブンスディスパージョン目障りです。ありがとうございます。助かるわ。
Does it try and make you,
ダメかと
Oh,
思い
yeah,
ま
the
したわ。
mammoth thing. Okay, yeah, good point.
このさあいいかこれで
But I was gonna say, maybe since then they fixed it or something, because whenever, like, if I, okay, say it's the day when nm95 comes out, and that morning I'm grinding Arcarum or, even just co-op dailies to get those done before it, whenever I go to join the new Nightmare raid, it has that team, set in there. Like, as in the last team that I've just used. In other words, it's a unique raid. Oh, it's also almost in full auto mode of just queuing up another raid. 333. Just didn't beat it. Which is a shame, because that team goes pretty fast. Okay, Glory is the first finalist. Which makes sense, because just Mugen alone for the Nightmare 95 is way too strong. Okay, but who is gonna fight him? It's a shame, the Nightmare 150 tournament was definitely a big mistake. You know, it took way too long. But it's kind of a shame that I wasn't doing the Nightmare 150 this time around. Actually, no. It would have been a bad idea because so many of these teams suck. But it's a shame because this is where Ferry would... Well, sorry, that is where Ferry would excel. So yeah, if it was a Nightmare 150 run, Ferry would probably be the champion here.
分からせてやる。はぜろ。合力がなくたって衝突。これで決まり。
I think they said they were getting rid of that, what you're describing with it clearing settings if you don't run a particular raid for a long time. I think they said they were getting rid of that because, you know, people complained with just normal raids where they went to join and it was the wrong team suddenly. I wouldn't be surprised if that was internal complaints too. You know, actual people at Cygames complaining that, you know, it keeps, like, they'll be experiencing the same thing that we had where they'll join the raid with the wrong team. I should leave that. Actually, you know what? This team, it's not quite perfect. I mean, you know, obviously not, but Ferry doesn't have enough buffs to benefit the triple attack thing. I mean, we're triple attacking and air queuing, but we're only doing about 500, 600,000 attacks. Versus the Viking team who was just dishing out 1 million attacks every turn. Yeah, I don't have a dispel here.
分からせてやる。あったかい。やはっ、
いいね邪魔いいね。
せ行くぞみんな。
Oh man, 99%.
邪魔そこいいね。
せい。悪いけどみんな準備はいいか。呼吸を合わせるんだ。合力がなくたって衝突。これで決まり。あったかい。
No idea how this team got this far when it's so fragile.
はやはっ、
Oh, what the?
邪魔そこ
はっ、覚悟して。
Why have I left the his shield thing up? I didn't even notice it.
乗ってきた。
Definitely used a dispel summon, but
足
maybe
引っ張って。
I got my timing wrong.
はぜろ。
礼は言っておくわ。助かった。あったかい。
Oh, well, based on the times,
そこいいね邪魔。
this team probably wasn't going to win.
覚悟して。はやはっ、
邪魔いいねそこ。
そこ覚悟して。やったね。
Okay, that time. Oh, 440. That's definitely worse than what they had before. I think me leaving that shield up killed the damage a bit. Alright, so now we're looking for Lumberjack, which I think is over here. Yes. And all signs point to this team winning, which is interesting to see Luo get this far. I guess he does have some good damage with that end of turn spam. Actually, you know what? I might try messing around with this team before the finals. The Mugen team, I don't think... There's no real skill damage or anything going on there. And I'm pretty much already getting the most damage cap I can with the... well, I could do more damage cap, but having all the Shev swords with the Cosmos sword is a good mix of damage and cap. But I might be able to add some skill damage into this grid. See if that helps this.
「果てとつながる力は使わないのかね?」
プリキュアマーベラスカリ
エーデルフラム。
しるべの破線。
この借りは必ず返そう。この借りはどけ。死にたくなければ道を開けろ。案ずるな。
Oh wow.
俺がついている。
Didn't even realize we're hitting 50% so fast. We still have the dogs.
ぬるどけや
追い抜かす。
この借りは必ず返そう。ぬるい。
ブラック今よ、これで決める。プリキュアマーベルスカリ
どけぬるどけや
追い抜かす。光よ我。面倒をかけたようだね。
そけは
ぬるどけ。
しるべの馳せ。
我が力を解放する。
さすが。
Alright, let me just declare them the winner of this round. Before I even check the time. Yeah, 3:29. Cool. So, Glory vs. Lumberjack. Let me just mess around with this for a bit before we jump into that. The one thing I was thinking as well, I have Dispel with Percy, I'm pretty sure. I might double check that just to make sure. And so I'm wondering, where is it? Oh no, it is under debuff. Here, Soloist. Boosts debuff resistance by a little bit, not much, but just a little bit. I wonder if I can combine that with Luo, maybe we'll avoid some of the debuffs. Because yeah, I don't need to run 2 dispels. So yeah, he definitely dispels. Okay, second thing, we don't have... Well, I mean, we've got skill damage there. Okay, so as nice as the Echo is on this, can I replace it with anything a little better? Not really. That just heals. Maybe does something better at fully uncapped. The Ultima Axe just buffs. I don't think anything else does anything good. So, probably 5% HP is the one to replace. Let's just try chucking in the skill damage one, which is here. Okay. So Glory is over here. No. Here. Is there anything to change with this one? I don't think I can improve this one any more, other than maybe replacing Glory Blade. But I don't think there's anything unique to replace it with, so let's just jump in. Actually, there's one thing that I can do. Let's try changing it up by doing Star first. Try and get multi-attacks out faster, to hopefully Ogi faster.
ほら甘いよ。ほら甘いよ。
うわ
ジャガーノートスフィア。セレネカノナス。
いたずらさせない。
ほらドカーンとやっちゃうよ。私がそばにいる。それそれ。
や
加減なんてできないからね。うちがついてるよ。作戦の時は今。
うわ
ジャガーノートスフィア。セレネカノナス。
や
Fortunately, I don't think I can kill him in this turn, but that would have been the best end.
それ。
や
Close.
団長強い。
クラビスさん大勝利。
Alright, now I'm interested to see how the other team goes, having changed that grid up a little. Alright, time 323. Yeah, about in step with what they usually do. Now, one thing with this, I feel like how long is the cooldown on that? 5 turns. I can probably get it off. Go away. Actually, there's one more thing that I could have changed. Swap out Guys and Borga for... Oh, never mind. I was going to say swap them out for Percival. Wait, is Percival the skill damage one? I think he is. The backline skill damage crest character. But yeah, we already have him and Hull and Mole. That's all the good skill crest stuff, I think. I'm still not entirely sure if Hull and Mole add supplemental damage to skills, or if it's just auto attacks. I'm pretty sure it's all supplemental. That's the problem with the all supplemental stuff, it's not specific enough. Or just all buff in general. No, actual Hull and Mole on the back line, Summer Hull and Mole on the back line. They give supplemental damage based on the crests.
リキュアマーベルスカリ
エーデルフラム。
しるべの破線。面倒をかけたようだね。
Yeah, that's the problem.
おめえ
When there's stuff that specifically says raises normal attack cap or raises, you know, skill cap, that stuff's useful because I know exactly what it is.
死にたくなければ道を開けろ。
But yeah, the generic stuff, it just says, you know, in general, and you're left to speculate if it actually counts for certain things.
ぬれどけや。
オイルカス。
Also, I can't remember how much damage he was doing with that skill before. So I don't have the best
ブラック今
test.
よこれで決める
Fortunately, we do get here faster than that. Comes off cooldown, so that's kind of
プ
a
リキュアマーベル
waste.
スカリ
どけや。
The problem is the wiki chart shows overlap, but I don't think it's really specifies, like, you know, the question of just does this affect, you know, skills. Like, it'll tell me if a supplemental skill from my character versus a supplemental skill from a summon will overlap.
エーデルフラム。
しるべの破線。面倒をかけたようだね。
下がれ。
Well, this team had the same thing as the Glory one, where they ended at 3%. And neither team had a quick end. So let's see if that little change in the grid was enough. 337. Okay. So, last time Lumberjack got 329. So, chucking that skill weapon in the grid actually was a detriment. Which is surprising given that, I mean, Luo's doing skills every turn. Percy even does skills now and then. It's based on his crests. But yeah, that was a downgrade. But the winner just can't beat Mugen on a short fight, so Mugen is the champion. Let me chuck that weapon back in. So, okay, this is the full auto team that I was running before. Kumbira is able to get her force skill off at least once, so that's some good skill damage there. Mugen, of course, as we saw here, he just gives a... His buff is dangerous, but it's enough of a burst for something like nm95. And Vera actually worked pretty well for damage, even though she came in to the semi-finals with Viking. Yeah, there's no one else in the semi-finals that really shines out. So yeah, this team, I was getting around 2.5 minute full autos with that grid. And I started setting up a full auto team for Nightmare 150. So Luo, I mean, he did pretty well there. Problem is, for like Nightmare 95, if you're full autoing it in 2.5 minutes, it's not worth pressing his passive, even if he does play pretty fast. It's just an extra button click for such a short time. But the Nightmare 150, when it's a little more spaced out, I'm perfectly fine pressing his passive. So, Vera probably will keep going, but I was chucking Naru here. Just because, so she, as part of her, is it a passive or just her first, or second skill? Second skill auto-activates when the foe uses a special attack and removes the buff. So at the moment the boss is applying a... Oops, wrong team now. Gone back. The boss is applying that shield. If that turns into a veil, you're going to need Naru just to get rid of that veil. But I might have to replace Kumbira with Vera or something like that. That being said, let me save a team, and we'll try that Necomancer setup, and then end on that. Let me select Nico, and then I'll have a look at what you said. Okay. So according to the wiki, the Holomal passive is classified as support skill B, which means it should stack with anything other than support skill B passives. What that means is you just check if you think two skills might overlap. Yeah. No, I don't think I had any worry of overlap in that team. I don't think I had anyone else giving, supplemental damage. It was just if it was actually, applying to skill damage. Which I think it was. Okay, I need Luo here, so I guess I'll replace Kambira. I guess I'm not really trying for a fast team, this is just whether it actually works. Okay, so remind me again, what is it with Nico that I need? Is it Matatabi? Is that all it is? Or is it Matatabi? No, that's not it. Is it a passive? What's the thing about, it is Matatabi. Okay. It doesn't say anything about, how it boosts the, debuff resistance of teammates. Oh, it's the stacks. Alright, what am I going to chuck in that last skill? Oh, hang on. You know what I actually need here? I need this, because I've taken Kambira out, who was my debuffer. Good enough. So, with what I've got right now, is that going to lead to the 100% debuff resistance? Let me actually just pull Necomancer up on the wiki. It'll be easier to see it there. So how does Necomancer give 50%? So is it while Cat's Meow is active? Okay, so I have to hit the first skill, and Matatabi just refills my stacks. Is Matatabi actually going to refill it? Yeah, sorry, I've caught up with you now. So is Matatabi actually going to keep it up permanently, or is it eventually going to fall off? Like, is this the type of thing that I could run in a long fight? Oh, hang on, I need to... I've lost my, my little back button to get to the select fight. Oh, actually, that's a good point. Does it full auto? Does it select Cat's Meow? Oh, it has cooldown. Yeah, it should. I just need to click that. Actually, in full auto,
お手伝いする
oh no, Mugen won't kill himself. I was using him in full auto before.
尽力し
Oh yeah, he doesn't select the first skill because it has to be targeted. If you Ogi, the next turn might be an issue, but Matataru makes that hard to do.
かす
イリアスジャッジメント目障りですイリアスジャッジメント目障りです
追い抜かす光よあれ しるべの破線
Okay, I see. It does restore back to 15. I was expecting it to refill too slow to, you know, keep up with it.
追い抜かす
Now, I guess the next question is, 100% debuff resistance is different to Veil. Does this boss have, like, 200% chance to land that shadowed debuff? Fortunately, it's lagging a little bit. Oh, jeez. Looks like my internet had a little hiccup. Suddenly a whole bunch of comments all came in at once. On top of that lag. So you started clicking and got 32 seconds. What team are you using, SS? Is that, Nihan, Mugen?
面倒をかけたようだね
Somehow still slow compared to the 17 seconds from 150. It's Lucha.
しるべの破線
Wait, I would assume the 17 seconds was from Erish. Oh wait, or did you have Erish or was it someone else in
ありがとうございます殲滅いたします
道は自分で切り開きたま
Alright. Let's see if I can do that again without a massive lag spike in the middle. Oh, no, never mind. I won't worry about the timing on it. But yeah, it looks like it did avoid all of the debuffs. I wasn't paying attention when it applied. But we got through it on turn 6, so definitely didn't have shadowed. Yeah, you know what, I will try it again. At least while I wrap stuff up. Could I replace Vera if anyone? Actually no, I want Vera for the Nightmare 150 anyway.
おい王国犬エラ
解放します諦めてはなりませんはあ
お手伝いする無限力使う
尽力し
But yeah, permanent 100% debuff resistance, that'll be a lot easier than trying to run Veil. Because outside of his 50%, which could change at the 150, actually no, the 50% dispels your debuffs anyway, so every one of his triggers he's going to be removing Veil. So you're going to have to get lucky to try and get the right, you know, the right trigger with your Veil being up. So maybe I will run this, if it can just, you know, clear every single trigger without getting debuffed.
Halloween! Mamoru!
The problem though is, Light just doesn't have good stars. This Arcane Staff's okay, because it does a little bonus damage on Ogi, but I mean, it doesn't do any good debuffs or dispel or heal or anything. I suppose I could dig Eo's staff out of storage.
いたずらさせない。
Wait, what were you saying? It doesn't holiday. Oh, Mihira. I thought you were listing two characters, Makura and someone else. Yeah. Christmas Mihira. He could actually be pretty good to have in this. Actually, yeah, Christmas Mihira would work really well with Luo, because he's constantly doing spell damage. Getting her closer to that trigger that keeps dispels going off. Although, if you're only running that for the spells, Naru's probably better, just to auto-dispel after Ogi. The shame that this team has, well, this basic skeleton of a setup, I guess, has to go up against Mantis, whatever it's called, the Mantis. Because yeah, all the healing and shield and whatnot that offers is a little better than what Nico can offer. Actually, I was thinking, because I won't run Mugen in the high level stuff, so I'll just replace him with a character who can actually debuff, and then I can get rid of Armor Break. Wait, Vera has Ella? Does she? Let me just open up on the wiki. 250. It's not as fast as my other one, but that's not too bad. The only problem is, like I said, I don't want to click Luo's skill for that, so I'll go back to my other team. No, Vera doesn't have a debuff. She's only got Dispel. Oops, did not mean to close that. Open it back up so I can see chat. I think most versions of Vera do have a debuff, so you're not wrong in thinking that, but Light Vera only has Dispel. Okay, well, anyway, so yeah, if you happen to have Luo and have mastered the, done the ultimate mastery or whatever it's called for Nico, that's a really cool little setup for the later nightmares. Well, get rid of Mugen, maybe keep Vera, replace Mugen with someone who actually debuffs. But I think this team's probably best for full ordering nm95. Oh, that's on that one. Let's end this out while I read chat by letting this one go, just to measure the time. I mean, last time I had it in strike time, so it's going to go a little faster. Pietro with 2 times Light Spear on double Lumi might be a thing for later nightmares. I mean, that's what I'm using right here. Screw later nightmares, it's right here. Or Kumbira for maximum damage. Yeah, actually, I probably will replace Mugen with Kumbira in that other team. Because she brings a debuff and she has plenty of damage. Actually, one thing with trying to run Mantis, I mean, similar problem with Nico. The spears aren't that great. The Honglong spear's kind of alright. You know, it boosts Ogi damage and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's definitely better to main hand than the Astral Spear, but neither of the spears are that great.
援護いたします。やっやっさあ、
うわ
ひゃーっと、そこだ。みんなを守るために。さあ、やっはっ、雲外蒼天。まだまだ。てお覚悟。イリアス・ジャッジメント。目障りです。
えは
ひゃーはっ、
びっくりワクワク。
イノカミに砕けるものなし。
It's weird that this team is going so fast when we have no debuffs. We're just running on pure strengths alone.
や
そこだ。
いた
But
ず
anyway,
ら
I'll
させ
start
な
the
い。
goodbyes now, and we'll end by just checking the time for this. Thanks everyone for showing up, watching, making this this, what do you call it, like extra credit Guild War or something like that. You know, Guild War is so close to the previous one. Thank you for making this a little more enjoyable by spending some time running these crazy teams. And well, actually, the silver lining to this is we're definitely getting Dread Barrage next, so that's a little more chill. Come on, don't leg up, I want to see the actual time. But yeah, see if I'll do a tournament next time. Maybe I'll have a break or something. I'll see how I feel when it comes. I mean, if it's 3 months away, I'll probably feel like doing it again. But let's check that time. 3:14. The hell? Well, I was getting 2 minute 30s with this morning, so who knows? Maybe well, I don't want to hit that Luo skill. I mean, when you're doing 3-minute autos, it's easy just to put it on your phone and go back and hit full auto every now and then while doing something else on the computer. But maybe I'll play around with this one, see if I can get something different. Oh god, another moon weapon messing with Guild Wars coming up. I think it's time for them to just kill Guild Wars. Replace with Dread Barrage. Everyone will be happy. Actually, I was thinking about that the other day. I don't think... I mean, obviously by now, if they haven't got rid of Guild Wars, they're going to keep it, but they're not going to get rid of it because selling something like Summer Isla for Guild Wars is a big money maker. And you kind of need a game mode that's so crushing to inspire people to try and wail for stuff that'll help. But anyway, yeah, I'll probably play around with this team, see if I can improve it, because it shouldn't be above 3 minutes. I need to get it below. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching, hanging around, and I'll see you next time.